Hi everyone, I'm Flat Ryan, Flat Stanley's cousin. I live in Salt Lake City, Utah with my mom and dad. I took a trip to Aunt Dee Dee and Uncle Dennis's house in Washington, D.C. But wait, it gets exciting because Uncle Dennis and Aunt Dee Dee have been in the process of moving from Washington, D.C. to Jacksonville, Florida. Off we go! We will start our journey in December of 2019, and I'm all packed and ready for the trip in the U-Haul truck. It will be kind of a long trip as Jacksonville is a little over 700 miles from D.C. Now, the state of Florida is in the southeastern region of the United States. With a population of over 21 million, Florida has more people than any other state except Texas and California. The first European contact was made in about 1513 by a Spanish explorer, Juan Ponce de Leon. Did I pronounce that right, Uncle Dennis? Uncle Dennis is shaking his head at me. How do you say it?
Ponce de Leon.
Ponce de Leon. Who called it Florida, meaning the land of flowers. But the state's nickname is also the Sunshine State. This area of Northeast Florida is also referred to as the First Coast because it was the first area of Florida colonized by Europeans. The state's economy mainly relies on tourism, agriculture, and transportation. Florida is also renowned for amusement parks, orange crops, winter vegetables, the Kennedy Space Center, alligators, flamingos, dolphins, manatees, and palm trees. The middle of the state is also known as the lightning capital of the U.S. Florida leads the state in tornadoes per area, but they don't typically have the intensity of those you hear about in the Midwest or the Great Plains. Hurricanes also pose a threat from June to November. But in spite of Florida's status as a hurricane hotspot, Jacksonville has only been directly hit by one hurricane since 1871. The state of Florida is bordered to the west by the Gulf of Mexico, and to the east is the Atlantic Ocean. Jacksonville's climate is considered subtropical. The state's capital is Tallahassee, and its most populous municipality is Jacksonville. In other words, it has the most people. Jacksonville is about 2,200 miles away from where I live in Salt Lake City with my mom and dad. Jacksonville is also known as Jax, or the River City. It is located in the northeast corner of the state of Florida, where the St. Johns River and the Atlantic Ocean meet. The St. Johns River is the longest river in the state and one of the few in the country where the water flows south to north. What? Jax also has the biggest deep water port in the southern U.S. and the second biggest on the East Coast. The highest point in the city is only 40 feet above sea level. Jacksonville was established in 1822, a year after the United States gained Florida from Spain. It was named after Andrew Jackson, the first military governor of the Florida Territory and the 7th President of the United States. Jacksonville is the most populous city in Florida, with about 1.5 million people, as well as the southeastern United States. And it is the largest city by area in the United States. People from Jacksonville might be called Jacksonvillians or Jacksons. The town was originally called Cowford because of all the cattle herded across the St. Johns River in the area. Jax was once Hollywood before there was a Hollywood, and was known as the winter film capital of the world. The Creature from the Black Lagoon was shot in Jacksonville.
No!
Jacksonville is also home of legendary rock and blues bands like Lynyrd Skynyrd. The Allman Brothers Band, and new metal band Limp Bizkit. Stay cool, dudes. Jacksonville also hosts the biggest kingfish tournament every year, the AT&T Greater Jacksonville Kingfish Tournament. Speaking of fishing, Uncle Dennis plans on buying a pontoon boat so that I can come back and visit him at his new house on the St. Johns River and go fishing and crabbing and shrimping. Some say that the St. Johns River is the shrimp superhighway during the summer. Before I head back to Utah, I want to mention that my time with Dennis and Denise has been a little bit awkward. Not that they're weird or anything. They are actually the coolest people on the planet. But we were quarantined during the COVID. So I will be heading back to Mom and Dad with some good memories and a few more pounds, because Aunt Dee Dee really knows how to cook. For now, thanks for watching. Your friend, Flat Ryan.